A couple of days ago, I just finished my first ever webtoon, The God of Highschool. Since you clicked on this video, I assume you know a little bit about The God of Highschool, but if you don't know, it's basically a high school tournament where people are able to, it's about martial arts and stuff, but they're able to use powers from gods, and they just fight, and the fights are amazing. I mean, there are hundreds of fights, so I'm not gonna know what my favorite fight is, because bro, there's like a fight every chapter, but my favorite fight is probably, it's in the beginning, like before chapter 100, but it's probably the Jin Mo-Ri versus Dae-Wi fight. I really love that. Like, I went to go watch the anime version, that's how good the fight was. And overall, I just really love the art style of this, and just like the stakes overall, because there are hella stakes in this. Like, if y'all get way in the like 300, 400, 500s chapters, bro, the stakes are unreal, especially the final arc, like universe ending type stakes, bro. I also just really like the whole like mythology things included in the series. Like, I mean, Jin Mo-Ri's literally Sun Wukong, and I just really loved it as a big fan of mythology. Like, it was so cool to see all them, like all the gods and stuff. That's why Ragnarok is my favorite arc. We got to see all the gods, and just, it was cool. Like, I wish we got to see more of Jin Mo-Ri's backstory, like maybe like a side story or something. I know we got to see a little bit, but I just want to see a little more of his backstory, because Journey to the West is one of my favorite stories of all time, and you know, I kind of want to see a little more. And yeah, I really think Ragnarok was peak. Bro, my favorite scene is even oh my god, the Dae-Wi scene where, spoilers, but for chapter like, I don't know, 140 or something, 240, bro, when he died, oh my god, this panel on the screen, I was crying so much. I mean, I've cried a couple times during this read, and all of them were about Dae-Wi and Mira. Literally top 10 couple of all time. Like, bro, they were two of my favorite characters this whole. I'm just so happy talking about them right now. Like, they really meant a lot to me. I really enjoyed reading about them. Like, the Sage of the East, Witch of the West, fire, bro. And just like this trio, like the progression, and I just love this constant of them. Like, so happy, bro. One of the greatest like trio squads of all time. And like another character I want to talk about is the main antagonist, Park Mu-jin, and I really think he's the top 5 antagonist of all time, low key. I mean, he really reminds me of Thanos, and if you don't know me, I love Thanos, and like, Mu-jin really reminded me of Thanos. Like, how like they were low-key cooking, but their ways of cooking were a little like crazy, so we had to stop them, but they were extremely powerful. It was 1v like everyone, and he really reminded me of Thanos, bro. I hope it's not a bad take or anything, because like, I legit think this is a top 3 manga, manhwa. Like, it's top 3 for sure. And my top 1, I'll make a video, that's gonna be my next video, so stay tuned and subscribe. But yeah, this is top 3 for sure. There were so many times where I was just like, yeah, this is peak, bro. I mean, all of them were just Dae-Wi Mira scenes. If you check my Twitter, follow. But yo, I was just like, all my God of Highschool tweets was just those two, because they're my 2 favorite characters. They're just that peak, and that's the thing that shocked me. Like, I mean, the anime is like all known for fights and stuff. Like, I don't know how good the anime is. I heard it's like not that great, but I just thought like this whole series, but like the most best thing about this series was gonna be the fights. But to me, the best thing about the series was the character dynamics. Like, I love the characters and the way they interact with each other, like way more than the fights. The fights were cool, but all the peak moments were all the character moments. And like, to wrap it all up, I mean, it was almost 600 chapters. I think it was 570 chapters, but yeah, that's a lot. That's by far the longest thing I've ever read, and I'm happy I read it. It was cool. I loved it. My rating for it's about like a 9.3 out of 10. Yes, my rating system's a little weird, but I mean, I just love the God of Highschool, and if you guys haven't, I would 100% recommend you read it. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just, I enjoyed it hella. It was fun. Alright, peace.